In this podcast, Detective Matt Zakarian, police officer and elder crime expert, and Molly Davies, vice president of Wise and Healthy Aging, discuss cybercrime and other scams of which the elderly may be targets. What sorts of crimes are older adults vulnerable to?
These scammers and con artists will target anyone who will listen. They befriend them, whether it's through email, through internet dating sites, whether it's through the standard mail, and also over the phone.
The number one issue that I see is their social security numbers being jeopardized. Once that's found, it's wide open for someone to go onto the internet and open up accounts, and that's probably the most prevalent ways of identity theft.
What are some tips caregivers can use to protect themselves and their loved ones from scams?
The best thing to do for an older adult or their caregiver is to, one, understand what these scams and frauds look like so that they can do their best to prevent ever becoming part of a target.
Make sure you know who this person is you're talking to.
If that email is from someone you don't know, delete it, don't open it. If you get a solicitation in the mail, shred it. Don't engage. Con artists are looking for somebody to engage and open that door just an inch, and then they are masterful at swinging the door open and that wallet open and really draining people's accounts. What has worked and what can work is having a sort of a family meeting, if you will, and perhaps even including that facility if we're talking about mail, for example, and having a negotiation where the elder agrees to allow the facility to sort of screen those pieces of mail that they believe are solicitations and hold them, let's say, for the family member to review.
What are some tips when it comes to using the internet?
There are classes and things that an elder can go and take on how to become more familiar with the internet at local community colleges, continuing adult education classes, and even at some senior centers. I think it's important to use PIN requirements to prevent fraud. Whatever we can do to put some space between us and the scammers is a plus.
What should a caregiver do if they suspect a person with dementia has become a victim of crime?
Victims of email scams should be reported to, generally goes to the FBI, and under ic3.gov is where you would report any kind of internet scams that are going on. However, if you're unsure and if it has any kind of local flavor to this, then I think local law enforcement should know about it too.
So for those who aren't sure who should get involved, we always say go for law enforcement first and report it because it's a crime. And then if you're not sure who else you might need to report to, contacting your local area agency on aging in your county or your community is a very good starting point. We've had clients who have lost all of their life savings, who even after losing all of their life savings and their investments have borrowed money from others to give to the same scammer as an investment. I think just like anything else, if it looks too good, it sounds too good, it smells too good to be true, it is. And that is no different for use on the internet.
For additional information on cybercrime and scams, call your local area agency on aging. To report a scam or instance of cybercrime, call your local law enforcement agency. This has been the Cybercrime and Other Scams Insights for Caregivers podcast. Thank you for viewing. For more topics on caregiving for those with dementia, visit www.hsag.com/caregivers.